All right, we are back.
We are back.
Yeah, I forgot we're both doing it. We are back with another episode, part two of episode 16 with Dwayne. Go ahead and do your intro.
We are back. Part 2, episode 16. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, it's Wayne here. Noiz.I Talks.
Noiz.I Talks.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the building. We got our cooked meal here.
Yes,
prepared by yours truly.
I'm very excited.
And
very excited,
it'll bring him into an enlightenment feeling. He might leave the earth after he takes a bite.
Oh,
you
wow.
never know.
I'm not ready for this.
Very transcending meal that he has on the way. So, but anyways, my guy.
Super excited.
So excited.
Starting again. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Yeah,
do you want to take the first bite first?
Let's take the first bite first, bro.
First
bite first.
Okay. Get a little bit of everything. Jalapeno, shrimp.
I'm actually gonna put this on my shirt real quick, just so I can
get that ASMR bite.
Heck yeah. So, can you describe what this is after you finish that bite?
Oh my god. Yes, sir.
Bro.
I had to take... Wait, let me finish it before
bro.
I'm so hungry. This is my first meal today.
Whoa.
Oh my god. That was delicious.
I can't even describe, y'all.
Oh man, I felt a drop of rain.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Okay. So, what we have here is a tostone with a avocado crema, and then I made like a pico mixture with mango, tomato, red onion, jalapeno, red peppers, and then cilantro as well, and then salt and pepper, a little bit of lime, lemon juice, a little bit of Asian glaze that I made probably a couple days ago that I keep in a bottle.
Bro.
But the Asian glaze is drizzled on top, but that's what we got here.
Bro, I'm like, I don't care if I'm talking my mouth for y'all. Y'all gonna have to deal with it, bro. We're back again. It was just raining outside, so we just had to move inside. But
hey, it's what it is, man.
Thank you for the tasty meal. I'm gonna finish it as we're talking. So if you hear me chewing, who cares, bro?
Yeah, exactly. We all eat.
So wait, where we at? This is question. So since we're doing 6 questions, this will be question number 4 for both of us. Do you want to start off? You want me to start off?
Pop it off. I got a mouthful.
Okay. Question number 4.
Okay.
For me, what's your point of view on race, ethnicity, and religion?
Race, ethnicity, and religion. My point of view,
like how you
feel about
everything,
everybody. We're all humans. We're part of the human race. We're not a part of any specific race as people. We're all meant to walk this earth and have different abilities and skill sets. In my personal opinion, everyone's different from each other, so no one should be specifically pointed out and shunned or neglected in any type of way. That's for race. For what was it? What'd you say? What else?
Ethnicity and religion.
Religion-wise, I feel like religions are based off of moral beliefs. I feel like everyone's morals are different. Every religion has its set of morals, codes that they live by and follow day-to-day basis because of, how they were in what region and.
Sorry, bro. Hey, I apologize, y'all. I am so sorry.
Not the finger lick eye roll.
Crazy, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but region-wise, every religion is different based on the region. I believe that because of just their personal beliefs and what they went through beforehand until now. Christianity, I feel like, kind of forced their religion onto a lot of people, and they had crusades, obviously, and they would kill people and that didn't follow them, and they would basically during the Renaissance ages try to convert as many people as they can to, you know, for whatever purpose was, for land, for money, for, you know, ownership of different regions, to say that like they've conquered certain eras. And then you know, Muslims, they follow a schedule every day. So they pray 3 times a day. You know, they have to have beards for men. They can't marry, no prenatal sex. You know, premarital sex.
yeah. You're all good. I'm just letting you talk, Brian. I'm not trying to correct you.
And like, you know, a lot of religions have some of the same kind of codes or what they follow. Like, you know, no killing people. You know, no stealing. You know, no sex before marriage. You know, staying faithful to whatever God it is and praying to them and becoming like, you know, one with them and accepting them into your life. So I think religion is very important. Even if you don't believe, like we said earlier, having faith, I feel like even being faithful and what you believe in and whatever moral beliefs they are, you could divert that to a certain religion based on what you believe. So I could convert to Muslim right now. I could convert to Christianity, Catholic. I could be, you know, any of these based on what I believe. And I feel like that's how we should choose our religion. We shouldn't be forced into religion. And once you start forcing people to be in a religion, it's like you're in a cult now. You're not in a religion. And it's about accepting who you want to accept into your life.
Yeah, and like I think like one of the main reasons why I asked that question is because like people, we obviously view everything differently, and like I think it's important to just have the conversation about how we do view it, and then just unpack why we feel the way about it. You good? No, but just like really understanding how you do view it, because I think, you know, like when we talk about race, black, white, African, Asian, whatever, I feel like one is understanding the culture behind the race, and that's something that I want to explore more this year. Is really understanding the culture behind the race and like why they are the way they are, why they practice the things that they practice. Because if you're only evolving the mind with yourself, you'll never understand everything else. You just only understand yourself. And like I think if you understand, you know, like you said, like you have to walk into everybody else's shoes, because, you know, how else are we going to get to loving one another if I can never see what you go through, if I can never understand what you do. So when it comes to food, to praying, to respect, I know respect is a big thing for other cultures.
Yeah.
And that's something that I want to implement in the things that I'm doing. But yeah, that was question number 4 for me. Whenever you're ready with that mouthful, pause.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
First of all, shout out to Chef.
Shout out to Chef.
I'm about to lick my fingers.
Yes, sir.
Don't judge me.
Never doing that.
Okay. Shout out to Noiz.I Talks.
Shout out Noiz.I Talks.
We in the building.
We are in the building.
But, my next question for you is, how do you handle pressure and stress? Like, what are your outlets? Like, what do you do to handle your stress, your pressure on a day-to-day basis?
So that is a good question. And the reason is this. I don't believe in pressure, but I do believe in stress. Pressure's not a thing for me because, like, I don't believe in having all these added things. I gotta. No. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Just like I kind of put potential and pressure in the same idea. Like, potential's not a thing and pressure's not. I mean, pressure is a thing, potential is a thing, but to me it's like it's not a thing. Pressure becomes when you have all these different expectations and you don't feel like you're about to meet them.
Yep.
But if you go step by step, then you know that's where the goal is. Potential is having the ability to do it, and again, the expectation of you doing the ability, but off of what people want.
Yeah.
That's what potential is. Those two things don't make sense to me, and I will never add that into my life.
Yeah. I've heard you talk about it in multiple of your podcasts.
A lot. I will continue to talk about
it.
But just because that's just who I am.
Sure.
Now stress.
I 100% agree with that statement, by the way.
Yeah. Stress is different because it's like how I overcome stress is just creating. Like going back to how money is the focal point of society and whatever. We do middle class and middle class and lower class. We all live to survive. We don't live to experience. I guess we don't live to live. We live to survive, and that's the dangerous part when it comes into jobbing, when it comes into understanding time with your family and all that stuff, because we're living to survive. We're not living to live. And that's where the stress comes in, because it's like, well, what am I going to do, blah 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 blah. But the how I get away from that is just creating all this, talking and creating an outlet, not a cope, creating an outlet that I can express it healthily. And music is being one, this video podcast being another one. I'm starting to get back into health, because I don't know, like recently I just haven't liked the taste of meat, even though you're eating shrimp and all that stuff right now, but this isn't a meat that'll damage your body, but red meats and all that stuff, it's just I don't feel good eating it afterwards, and I want to eat clean stuff like this, because this is what guacamole, pico, lemon, lime, simple stuff, and it's a tasty meal, appetizer, and that's the things that I want to do more of, is eat clean. But to answer your question, to answer your question, just mostly putting myself in the ability to create.
Okay.
Go ahead. I know you have stuff to say.
So creating is definitely a really good outlet, like you said. Pressure, there shouldn't be any pressure on anyone to do anything, in my opinion. If you feel pressure, it's because you're not meeting your own expectations, and the goals you set for yourself, and realistically what you should do is set realistic goals for yourself. So you should never add pressure onto your own self. Therefore, there shouldn't be any pressure in your life. But if there is pressure in your life, it's because you are not meeting your own expectations. And then you said you don't eat red meat, right? You don't eat...
Is that on that small transmitter, is the light on?
What, on the
device that's clipped?
On the clipped? Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Okay. All right, so you said you don't eat red meat, and you're trying to eat more clean.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
You're trying to eat more clean and cut all the bad stuff. There's a lot of forms of, everyone's body's different. So however your body reacts to certain foods is the foods that you shouldn't eat. So whenever you eat something in your body, your stomach starts hurting, you got gas, or whatever the reaction is your body telling you that that's not sometimes it's a good food for you, and then sometimes it's a bad food for you. So listening to your body and letting it talk to you after eating a meal. Let's say you feel super fatigued after eating something. You're like, man, I should never ate that. That's something that you got to start doing and start memorizing, because as you get older, those food items are going to take a toll on your body, and they're going to make you feel like crap, or like you don't want to do anything for the rest of the day, because that's your feet. And also, I remember someone talking about this on your last podcast. Food is life. So if that animal was under duress and was very stressed out and felt so much pressure, and my cat's over there jumping in a bag, but if the cow, let's say, has been tormented in some type of way, now there's all that negative energy in that food
and you're
that
digesting
you're about to eat, and you're digesting all that negative energy. When you eat plants, you're eating, the positive energy, the sunlight, what it's been through. Same thing with the circle of life. Like anything you do, any energy you let into your body is going to affect how you feel mentally and physically itself. So that could be around people and specifically around negative people. Like if you have negative people in your life, that's going to affect the energy that you bring in the day, and then that you go throughout the day, because that's the energy that was brought onto you, and now it's been transferred over, whether that's through consumption or whether that's meeting someone else that gave you that energy, and now that's something that you have to carry for the rest of the day until the next day. So eating and being around good energy is always like very important to like how you should live every day. So there's on that topic that you said, but besides that, handling stress and pressure, having outlets for your stress and pressure, stress / pressure, because some people just deal with stress, some people deal with pressure. Yeah.
No rebuttal. Yep, I'm just gonna go into the next question. I mean, he nailed it, people. There's nothing you can say after that. Okay, this is question number 5. Yeah, number 5. What is something that you love to do that you feel you receive a lack of support?
I would say lack of support. I never feel like I have a lack of support. There's something like I just like to do things for myself. I don't really care about opinions, so it's like that question doesn't really affect me, because I don't really, my outlets are my outlets. What you feel about my outlets doesn't really matter. If you like it, you love it. Like, if you like it, continue liking it. I'll keep posting it, like, and I'll continue to share it with the world. But like, if you feel like if I feel like I don't have the means of people caring about what I'm doing, it's just like, why?
Yeah, and like I think how I worded the question was more so for like family, friends. Okay. Like an audience, I understand. But it's like
even family friends. Like if they don't support what you're doing, like
why would that stop you from doing what you're doing?
Exactly.
I understand.
Why would you care? You know what I mean? Like it's not going to affect you. Like if your family was like, you shouldn't do this podcast. Like it's stupid. You're not going anywhere. You're going to be like, screw you, like I'm gonna keep doing this podcast because I enjoy it. It's my outlet. Do I care if you like my outlet? No.
Jeez, because like, and that's something that I had to really understand even now is like, there's someone out there who wants to hear your story, and there's someone out there who wants to hear my story, who wants to experience what we're talking about, because, and I said this in the last episode, where you want to take something home with you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like whatever you see, whatever you digest, whatever you want to take it home with you, because like once it's at home, then it can be distributed to other people in your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I have to say for that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, my question. This is gonna be like a fun question to get out all the serious topics. If you could breathe underwater or speak to animals, what would you choose?
If I could breathe underwater or speak to animals?
Or speak to animals. Which one?
I'm speaking to animals, bro.
Yeah? I feel like you look crazy speaking to animals, though.
Like, heck no. And like,
people would be like, what are you doing?
Nah, but like the reason why I say that is because like I've always wondered what is just in the minds of squirrels and dogs, and like because I'm an Amazon delivery driver, like there's a lot of dog interactions.
Yeah, for
and like
sure.
I'm like, I just want to know what they be saying when I walk up and drop this, bro. They be talking, calling me the N-word and all that stuff. Like, you know, like I'm in these rich white neighborhoods. Like, oh, man. They ain't just saying go away. They're calling me something, bro.
I want to hear what animals have to say when you walk past them.
Bro, it would probably hurt my feelings, but I just really want to know what animals be thinking, because it's like,
this guy's weird.
Like, bro, especially like, and like, not to kind of get sad, but like, especially like when you're driving and you see a rabbit or something trying to cross the road and they just get hit. Like, what was your thought process even trying to get into the road? I don't know.
Oh, I gotta get there. Oh, I can't turn around.
No, but yeah, I would definitely speak to animals. What about you though?
That's I'm gonna go the opposite of you, just because we talked about that, but I'm gonna say breathe underwater, because I'm neither there for both. Like, I would love both. So breathing underwater would be so fire, because imagine what you could do, like just go visit anywhere under the ocean, just like any depth, just dive straight down. Obviously you have predators and fish.
I'm about to say, bro, them sharks are coming for you.
Yeah, and try to attack you, but
yeah.
What if I have weapons down there? You know what I'm saying? I'm breathing.
Okay, so now we're putting 3 different scenarios into one, bro. Nah.
I'm breathing underwater. I might as well carry something on me.
Yeah, but like you ain't gonna be like no Aquaman and swim fast down there, bro.
Like, using Avatar airbending powers underwater and stuff, but I at least have like a spear gun or something to defend myself. But like
spear gun, bro.
If the Kraken comes, I'm screwed.
That man is dying down there.
But even just like, let's say, I'm going somewhere and I want to just like dive into the water and be underwater and see all the scenery, like, and just explore like whatever's down there and see like the beautifulness of the ocean, except how it looks.
See, I've always been on the fence about that, just because I feel like because of the ocean is what it is, and like we've only discovered, I think America. I don't know if it's internationally, but we've only discovered 2% of the ocean. I think, or some low number.
Yes,
which is crazy because the world is 70-80% water. Mm-hmm. So it's like, imagine what's really out there, and like that's something that I don't think we should know for us, because that's their. What is that word?
Have you been hearing about all the alien stuff recently?
I'm not really into aliens, but I do believe that there is a different life form out there, but I don't believe
the Pentagon expose that there's literally said on the news that there is a mothership sending aliens to the Earth, or like some type of so the videos are faked?
Yes.
You feel like they're faked?
Yes.
There's no aircraft that could just stop and go straight up or down, though. How do you explain that?
And then you would have to explain to me how we went to the moon in the 60s, bro.
Simple. We took.
Oh, he believes. Oh no! All right, hold on.
Oh no!
I cannot believe this man.
I just hit a nerve,
bro. We went to the moons in the 60s, bro. Matter of fact, let me get the exact year, bro, because I want you guys to really think about this, bro.
The only reason we don't go back is because there's no need to go back. There's nothing on the moon for us.
What was that dude's name?
Neil Armstrong or Buzz Aldrin?
No, you're right.
Yeah, there's so many statistics and facts to why people say we didn't, people say we do, but we have footage of it, and it's not faked. It's been tried to be debunked, but it's not faked. Bro. What?
We went to the moon in '69, and we can't get back there.
We can get back there. We just don't do it.
Why?
Because it's expensive. It costs $1 billion to make a rocket.
So from '69 to 2023.
Yes. What do we need to do on the moon?
What do we need to do? What do we need to do on the moon for us to go in the first place?
To be the first people to say they went to the moon.
We went to the moon, bro.
Yeah, we went to the moon. I used to not believe it, but I listen to scientists talk about how they like people try to debunk it, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I've listened to a lot of his podcasts, and he's explained that like the moon landings were not faked. Like no one's gonna try to fake the moon landing to say they were the first people on the moon, because China's been, we've been already. So we just wanted to be the first people to go up there, but there's no purpose for us to go back up to the moon
in the 60s.
Yeah, bro.
And then years later after that, we tried. Everything was blowing up. So you tell me that one successful time with the newer technology later on.
SpaceX.
So you look at the newer technology later on in the years, the 80s, the 90s, the thousands. In 1969 was the only successful one. Get out of here.
We've had success.
Technology expands. It news. What?
We've been outside of the Earth's atmosphere.
No,
we had space stations there.
I understand that. We're talking about the moon, bro, in the 60s.
For sure. It's definitely possible. It's possible, dude. Have you been to the Air Force museum?
What does that have to do with the moon, bro?
There's rockets in there.
What does that have to do about the moon?
What do you mean? We went to the moon
in the 60s, bro.
All right.
Comment down below if y'all. Comment down below if you think we went to the moon in the 60s.
Okay,
bro. But go ahead. Is it my turn or your turn? I think you asked the last question.
No, I was talking about things that happen with the aliens, but I was trying to get to a point where how deep the ocean is. Since we haven't been down there, there could be other civilizations living deep down in some type of tunnel in the world, where just like they're coming out of the water. And like, how do you explain the pyramids? Like they're so pyramids are true north. I don't know if you know how hard it is to make something true north, but it's nearly impossible to make something true north. It's true north. There's tunnels. The pyramids were actually, they have these pathways going through them to make them powered by electricity through granite, because granite can, what I'm trying to say is there's something other than us that has put these civilizations in front of us that, like, how do you explain tons of rocks, like a ton, like being carved out of tools for who knows how long, without having some type of technology to move them around and place them where they need to be placed?
So I think my biggest thing with those is, like, I feel like those are things that we don't need to worry about. And, like, I'm not trying to, like, knock down what you're saying, but I feel like, not even worry about, but, like, that's just not our business. Like, whatever happened to those, with those in that time, or even, like, you know, deep in the ocean where there's civilizations maybe, like, that is their setting. 100%. That's their home. Like, I don't want to, 100%, because I'm not, like we're thinking of it as, like, oh, like, this could be a cool experience. Americans, how can we take that resource? How can we, you know, kind of do it how, you know, slavery was.
Well,
like,
it was a quarry for a long time. People were stealing the stones.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, I don't want to bother anything, you know, because then
for sure,
if it's us versus them, we're dying every trip, bro.
Well, so there was a mass extinction after the pyramids were made. I don't know if you knew that, but you know, some type of extinction level event happened where they wiped out civilization and they had to restart, and that's where, you know, we came in. And this has happened for millenniums. They said people have been around for over 1 million years, like humans. So imagine how many civilizations have had to restart and then get buried, and what catastrophe happens, and then restart, get buried, restart, get buried. And that's just what pattern the Earth follows. So there could be a mass level extinction event that could happen eventually. And, you know, who knows how long. It's been like thousands and thousands of years since we've had one. So it could happen at any point, and the next civilization that comes along, they're gonna be like, "The fuck is this, Eiffel Tower?"
right. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I just
it's just interesting. I like.
No, I too think it's interesting, but I don't know. I try not to dwell on that a lot, just because, like,
you get lost in it a little
I don't want to bother different civilizations, bro. Like, they have their piece.
Yeah.
I have mine. Like, I'm just
100%
leaving it there.
Right. Next question.
Last question. Wow, okay. We are at the final.
And then I got one more for you.
Oh, so this is more of a statement.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm asking you to just vent about something that has been weighing heavy on your heart these last few months, this last year. Like, just talk about something. I don't know.
What's been heavy on my heart is, you know, loss of my family, just being away from everybody. This has been weighing a lot on me mentally, because I miss seeing my family. I miss hanging out with my friends and stuff. I don't really know anybody out here, you know, so I don't really get to hang out with people. Like, you're probably the first person I've, like, hung out with, like, on a personal, like, connection level. Even though there's cameras in front of us, it's like, I've been up here 9 months and all I do is work, man. I work like 60, 70 hours a week and just bust my ass and grind at what, like, my career could be, opening restaurants right now. Shout out Tip City Pizza. Shout out Table 33.
Yes, sir. Shout out them. Sponsor.
For sure. So it's been hard to, like, cope with a lot of things, but my girlfriend really helps me just, like, bring me down to earth, and being around somebody that cares about me and I care about her. So I would say just missing people is, like, weighing me down. And, you know, it's hard to find outlets when you don't know anybody and you can't really hang out with people and go do things with them because you don't know people, because you work so much. And, you know, meeting people at the gym or doing whatever I do, because I love to hoop. That's, like, my passion. That's, like, my dream. Like,
he's really good at it too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's really good at it.
So to elaborate on that, I made a paper in 9th grade talking about how basketball was like my heart, because the beat of the basketball is kind of like my heartbeat and what keeps me alive. And throughout my life, through the trauma that I've had and through the experiences that I've experienced negatively, I would go outside and I'd play basketball for hours. So that was my outlet to escape whatever was going on in my life. And that's when I can't play basketball, it's something that hurts me. physically and mentally, because I can't experience those things. So that's the answer to your question.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just need to just talk about what's on their heart, just because like sometimes people just need to listen, and that's why I don't have anything to say well, man, you should try to just talk to me, bro. Like, I shouldn't have to have advice on everything in your life. I just need to listen. And to go back to basketball, is that something that you want to kind of have later on in your life, or are you kind of
Yeah, I want to coach. That's like a dream of mine. Yeah. Nice. After I open restaurants, I want to coach. My goals were open restaurants, do something with basketball, whether that's coaching, training, whatever it is, because I've done the training for people. I've trained kids in high school. I've done one-on-ones with people. So that's something I would definitely like to do. It's a passion of mine. So even just benefiting people in general, because I'm all about helping someone elevate themselves.
Yeah, and I support whatever you do in your life, man. And I have a pretty cool family. So if you ever feel like you want to, you and your girlfriend and soon to be daughter get here, if you want to come over for some black people food, some soul food, definitely come through.
I love the soul food.
And then just experience in life. I'm a person that you should think about having in your life, just because of the different types of things that I want to experience and expose myself to.
Same.
And I feel like it's very important to have that person to just have. And I have a variety amount of friends and family that we all do different stuff together. So whenever you're available, man, let's do some stuff. Let's travel.
I would love to, man.
Whatever you want to do.
That's definitely something I want to do.
And then your last question.
Last question, brother. Before we head out, what is your top 5 artists in a specific genre to you? What are your top 5? In a specific genre. It has to be one genre.
I can't do one genre.
You can't do one genre?
I can't do one genre only because they are
genre.
Artists in my mind.
Okay.
So it's versatile. But top 5, no order.
No order.
Or do you want to order? Because I can do either or.
You don't have to put an order.
Okay,
to it.
No order. Personal favorites. Kendrick Lamar is definitely up there. Probably number 1.
All right.
Coldplay.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Ooh, Mike. Mike's definitely up there. This guy's the king, man.
Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler, the Creator. Okay.
Is that 4?
That's 4. Yep.
Jeez, one last.
He's a very good artist, by the way. Not even with music only. Talented guy.
And just to kind of throw him in there, just because he's been a huge score film person, I'll have to put Hans Zimmer in there.
Okay.
He's the one that did Interstellar, like the music for Interstellar.
Yeah.
So those would be my top 5.
Okay, I like that. That's a good top.
And
top
I think people discredit Coldplay a lot because I personally think that they're the best band of all time besides Queen.
Okay.
And maybe Pink Floyd, but
solids.
Yeah, Coldplay, they're just different, bro.
They are different,
their melodies, and then Kendrick, to me, this man just doesn't miss, bro.
Yeah, he's a storyteller, man.
Yeah, and some honorable mentions. I'll have to say honorable mentions. We'll go to Mac Miller, Saba.
Yep. Love those artists.
Trying to think who else. There's some jazz artists out there. Thundercat, Robert Glasper.
Thundercat's fire. Not a lot of people know who Thundercat is.
Yeah, Thundercat's crazy, Thundercat. Bro. And who else? Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of. Or those, yeah.
I like your music taste,
man.
Very wide range.
Oh, for sure. Bro, before hip hop and rap and all that stuff, my first genre of music that I've ever listened to was metal, death metal, heavy metal, because again, we went to white schools and all that stuff, and that's all that they listened to, and we were always exposed to this radio station called Radio U.
Yep.
And they played a lot of Christian rock stuff, so that's where it started, and then it got into classical, jazz, and all that stuff. But awesome. Yeah, those are mine. What are yours?
Mine. So top 5, no order. I'm gonna say Kid Cudi. Go ahead. What do you have to say about Kid Cudi?
No, I'm gonna let you finish, and then we can talk about it.
I think he's been an influence in like my growing up, just how I felt.
Yeah,
kind of that loner stoner lifestyle. Because I was a much a pothead for a long time.
For sure.
Then I would say Young Thug. Young Thug was a big influence on me. I listened to a lot of Thugger.
Free that man.
Free Thug. Listen to a lot of Thugger. I'll say I did listen to a lot of J. Cole too for a long time. But I'm going to keep him in the honorable mentions because I feel like there's a lot of people that could go in front of him. Definitely Biggie Smalls. I grew up with Biggie. A lot of Biggie, a lot of DMX too. DMX is a big.
DMX is fire, bro. Rough Riders.
Yeah, DMX. And then, God, who else is a big? Brent Faiyaz is like amazing to me. Vocally.
Top for you?
No, he's not my top. He's honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
I'm going through like the
shuffle,
the shuffle in my head let me put right now. Okay, so right now it's Thug, Cudi, and Biggie, and then DMX is my honorable mentions. Man, let's go with shit. Max in my honorable mentions. God, I'm gonna say Michael Jackson too. Michael Jackson is like the king of
everything, bro.
Everything, bro.
No cap.
And then I'm gonna go another old school artist and say Slick Rick.
Okay.
Very underrated, great storyteller. I just liked his melodies, the way he was just an MC, and and then Wu-Tang Clan as a whole.
Very underrated.
Wu-Tang Clan as a whole because they
pretty much started everything. But I didn't mean to laugh on Kid Cudi. It's just because like I have tried to listen to Kid Cudi albums, and I personally just can't get into them.
Yeah,
because like. Since I'm a musician first, like he may have good lyrics here and there, but as like music, it's just hard to get into for me personally. And that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But like some of his stuff that he says, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like it doesn't move me, but I see what people say about you, like, oh yeah, Kid Cudi, like he changed my life. He's really helped me get out of bad places. I'm like, wow, I don't know why I couldn't receive it the way they did, but maybe because I experienced it by myself, so maybe I had to listen to it with you for me to understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely experience when you listen to Kid Cudi. It's something that you have to like immerse yourself into. Watch Intergalactic on Netflix.
People keep telling me to do that, and I haven't done it yet.
The music to the movie kind of just matches. Like you listen to it, and you're like, now I understand Kid Cudi by watching what he's going through, and by listening to the music that he's playing. Like it matches the energy of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of matches your personal lifestyle when you listen to the music itself, because that's something you're going through.
That's true. And then another. Before we get off, like two other honorable mentions for me I just thought about is Jaden Smith. I don't care what nobody says, bro. This man is underrated, bro. Yeah, Jaden Smith and
then Willow Smith has to be put in there too.
I was just about to say Willow Smith, bro. Those two, gosh,
well,
bro.
Have you heard of Pink Panthers? She's fire. She did a song with Will Smith, but like she's done the I Spy song.
That girl's a liar.
That's her.
Oh,
I took a dive into her music, and it's like very house. It's like house R&B,
sad
like
stuff.
early 2000s.
Oh,
early 2000s, like house R&B, like Miami house. Like my mom used to listen to that kind of stuff. That very upbeat, like tempoed music, and
I love that stuff, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, I love house music, dubstep, like all that stuff. Like
shout out Maxo Cremo.
Shout out Max. You know who Maxo Cremo is?
Yeah, underground.
Shout out,
he's
bro.
A sleeper. Playboy Cardi sleeper. Old Playboy, not.
Oh yeah, come on, old Playboy,
old Cardi,
bro.
Old
I can't listen to Uzi no more, so I'm not gonna speak on that dude, bro.
Old Cardi. And then a lot of shout out Tampa, Tom G. And then my homies too, Young Mondo, and then all the gang, Nando, Skirt.
Skirt.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out them. But those are my top 5. But music artists out there. So I probably have more, and my top 5 could be better at just drawing blanks, but
for sure,
it's just people that I listen to on a daily basis. So
yeah, well, people, that is all that we have today for my episode and his episode combined. Thank you guys for watching part 2, and thank you for the delicious meal. Thank you for inviting me here. It's been,
I'll host you whenever, dude.
It's been a wonderful journey. Thank you guys for like, comment, subscribing. If you haven't, do it. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. He is making the best podcasts right now to date that I'm watching. I can't sit down and watch other people's podcasts and people talk for an hour, except for, the mainstream podcast. But I will sit down and watch a full interview with him. And I can't do that with anybody else because his questions are so good, and the people he has on are people that are close to him. So you get to get a feel of what he's like and what his friends and his culture is like. So shout out to Noiz.I Talks. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna plug some of my stuff before the fame wane on all platforms. And then Tip City Pizza opening something next year, fine dining steakhouse called The Laundromat in downtown Dayton, and Table 33. So that's it for me, but thank you, Noiz.I Talks, for the
experience. What a great outro, bro. Thank you humbly, but yeah, I'm just gonna, we are out, bro. Bam. Really wants a marriage so she can be loved, and because dang it, Tanisha, why'd you start crying first?